everyone, Sheila back again. I am sitting downstairs in my living room. It is far too hot up in my work room. It's always been a warm room, that, and in the summer it's even worse. Even though the sun's not shining in, the sun is shining straight into this room, but the wind is also blowing in as well, and it's blowing a cool, well, it's not cool, but it's better than sitting here sweating because it was just far too hot. I think we've got about 30 degrees today. It's far too hot to sit upstairs because, as you know, heat does rise. So I'm back down in my living room on my settee for today and however long this heat lasts. We don't usually get heat like this at this time of year, actually. If we do get heat like this, it's usually the end of July and the beginning of August. It's very unusual, this heat we're having now. And it's too hot to sit outside and knit. It's too hot to work outside for me anyway. I did walk over to the post office because I had a pack of knitting patterns. I think I sold a pack of 5 knitting patterns. I had to walk over to the post office to post them and buy some more stamps because I was getting short on stamps as well. And it was really hard work just walking over there because of the heat. I'll be glad when we get back down to our normal temperatures, probably around about 20 degrees, so it's about 10 degrees hotter than where it normally is. So anyway, I'm on to, this is the second sleeve on my cardigan. I am keeping on, I'm not doing anything else. I'm going to keep on with this until I finish my own cardigan, and then I'll sort out what other things I'm doing and sort something else out to knit for myself. And this cushion's sticking in my back. I think the cushions have gotten all fluffed up because I've never been sitting down here for weeks since I got the couch up in my workroom, and I think all the cushions, you know, not being used, have been fluffed up. And it's sort of, I need to sit on it a while for it to flatten it down a bit. But anyway, I was at my bingo last night. I won £20. I'm going to get banned from there one of these days. Nobody said anything, you know. I think they're getting used to either me winning or my friend winning. But this one gentleman comes in, Derek, he always brings sweets. He has bags of sweets and he goes around all the tables around everybody, and he puts, I think he's usually 3 sweets each on the table for us. And you know, he's nearly always the first one in. He's always in before us. And we were normal time, before 7:30. By the time I picked my friend Anna up and then down to pick Molly up, and it's usually about 7:30 before we get in and get sat down, and Derek wasn't in, and everybody was worried where Derek was. Not worried in case there was anything wrong with them. They were worried they weren't going to get the sweeties. That's what I was sitting saying. Everybody saying, "Where's Derek?" And somebody said, "Oh, you mean no sweeties tonight?" But he did come in. He said, "You know, it doesn't bother me whether he brings sweeties in or not. He's a nice gentleman. I like to talk to him." And I'm saying, "Derek, where were you? You're late tonight." And he said, "Oh, I sat down to watch something on the television and I fell asleep." He says, "I just woke up." He says, "Not long ago," and he says, "I've had to dash up yet." And he says, "You shouldn't dash up at your age, you know. He's about the same age as me." But he got there, and of course he didn't get the sweets. The bingo was nearly ready to start by the time he got there. And he didn't have time to sort all the sweets out, and everybody was getting worried because he never put no sweets on the table. But he waited until the first break in the bingo, and then he went around with them all, you know. You know, people are funny, aren't they? But anyway, that was me last night, £20. So me and my friend had £10 each, which is better than nothing. It wasn't what it cost us for the night, but it doesn't matter because we go anyway whether we win or not. So you just enjoy the night, enjoy the company. And then one of the girls, young girl Maria, was a young woman. You know, she had a baby that baby is about 18 months or more now. I think it was about November or December when she was born. And I was looking at her walking across the room in. I'm sure, I said to my friend Anna, I'm sure Maria's pregnant again. So I asked her, I said, are you awake again? What? And she knew what I meant. And she says, yes. She says, are you mad? She says, yes, I'm mad. She's got 4 little girls, but she says this time she's had a scan and it's a little boy, so it'll probably be her last. So I'll be doing my knitting for something for Maria as well. Because when we first went there, Molly had a sister called Anne, who you may have remembered me talking about Anne before. Well, Anne died a little while ago with cancer. But she used to knit when Maria was pregnant. The last time she was knitting loads of little cardigans for her and blankets, because Maria doesn't knit, none of her family knits. And so Anne had been doing all this, and says it looks like it's going to be my job this time, because Molly can knit, but not as well as she used to. So I'll have to sort some whites and blues and lemons out and give some to Molly for her to knit some as well. I don't know about my friend Anne. She didn't seem too happy when I said we'll have to start knitting for Maria now. So anyway, that's my bit for today. And if you check on my Just Knitting channel, I have put a video up where I have sorted through all my knitting patterns, because sometimes I have trouble with my printer and it doesn't print out the way it should. There's nothing personally wrong with, except maybe it's the picture. It's usually the picture that gets messed up, but the picture's all right, just the, not as perfect as it should be. So I am selling packs of 5, the same packs of 5 that I do for £7.50 on my shops and that. I'm selling them for £3.50, so if you can have a look on my Just Knitting channel and you'll see all the patterns, and I'll show exactly what's wrong with them, and anyone that may want to buy them, because they work out about 60p a pattern, which is quite cheap, because I do get problems now and again with my printer, and I could have done this quite a lot of times and I never thought about it before. It's ruined, the printer has ruined I don't know how many patterns, and sometimes it's my own fault, like 1 or 2 of these ones were. I never set the gauge on one lot. I put the paper in, and you have 2 little things you move in till they touch each side of the paper, and I only moved one side, so one side wasn't printing the pattern out where it should have been. Instead of having like a white border all the way around, it was missing off one side, so that was a fault with the pattern. And now and again I get an ink spot, usually black, a black ink spot on the pattern, and if it's not over any of the writing, I'll keep it and sell it if it's on the edges where it doesn't obscure any of the instructions. But that's, things like that were happening quite a lot until I really got used to that printer. And I could have saved all of those and sold them cheap like I'm trying to do now, instead of throwing them away, because that's what I was doing. I was just tearing them up and throwing them away because I thought, well, I cannot sell them. Never thought about selling them cheaper. So if you want some cheap pattern, it's my first 5 patterns that I've done. the rosebud lace one, the open moss stitch one, the V-neck mock rib one, the blackberry stitch one, and the larger rosebud lace one. And there's actually one blanket pattern in amongst them that I messed up. So if you look on my Just Knitting channel, you'll see exactly what the faults are on the patterns and that, because I've shown everything on there. That, and like I said on there, there's a link to my PayPal account, because I'm not putting them on my shop, I'm just selling them privately. Anyone that wants them will have to email me, or if you're on Facebook Messenger, you can message me through that. And you can email if you don't use PayPal, just email me. I can send you my bank details, or anyone can send cash, whatever they want to do, for just to save me tearing them up and throwing them out. So anyway, thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.